Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, November 17th. I'd like to call this regular board meeting to order by first standing for the pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start off, are there any public comments on agenda items only? Seeing nobody approaching the podium, I'll entertain a motion to open a public hearing on the 2022 Dutchess County CDBG project in the town of Dover.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluta. All in favor of opening the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Public hearing is now open. Madam Clerk, you want to speak on this?
Certainly. Every year, the town is eligible to apply for public facilities grant funding. It's a competitive grant, and we have been successful in past years in being able to improve some of our facilities, including the improvements at J.H. Ketchum Park, of which the walking track is being constructed in this week, at least part of it. So in order to apply for a 2022 grant, the application requires that we seek community input. So last month, we prepared a community online and print-based survey, which had 4 different alternatives that all met the criteria of a public facility improvement. They're matching grants, so usually the town has to also propose that they'll give some funding. So we conducted the survey up until Monday, and of the 4 different choices, which you can, some people know about, but I'll cut to the chase. The winning proposal for an application was to construct a new multi-purpose recreation building at Boyce Park, which contains a full-size basketball court that can be divided into classrooms for small group recreation programs. So that had 38%. The other projects were certainly well-worthy and things you might want to consider in the future, but we invited public comment on the surveys as well as having tonight as a public hearing. So if there's any public comment or from the board, this would be a great time to offer your comments.
The survey concept has worked, we feel, the last couple times we've tried it. It's the people, it's the residents of Dover, the taxpayers of Dover putting their input in, giving us what they'd like to see, and which is, I think, a way that we are all happy with, because now we're hearing it from you, we're listening to you, and we're making happen what you'd like to see happen. And I think that's fair. You put it out there, you promote it, you sell it, and let us know what you want. It worked for the track. Second place was the pavilion, which we're doing, and we're taking it in stride. So I think the survey idea was a good idea, and that's why we've done it again. And we don't have thousands of people, but there are hundreds.
439.
So there you go. So and we're going to go the route that the people choose us to go. And if we can make it happen by receiving a grant and putting some towards it, then we'll make it happen. We'll find a way. Anybody else? Jay?
It's something that we definitely need, not only for the town, but for the park, to get new kids involved in programs, and without relying on schools and school schedules, we can pretty much go out on our own using the rec committee. So I definitely think that this is something that the town is definitely going to benefit from.
I will say Julie, our rec director, is fully behind this. She's happy that we're doing some things, both up in the Dover end and the Wingdale end. And Jay, being her liaison from the board, is backing everything that she comes forward with. And we're making our rec department bigger. As Deputy House has said before, recreation programs bring people and to make people happy, and we keep doing what we can for them, and she's doing a hell of a job down there as well. So I have nothing else to say on that.
I would just say that everybody sees the work that we do, the work that we put into the town, the work that goes in by everybody, the rec department, the road crews, us, the town staff. Just respect it. Let's keep it nice for a long time and be proud of Dover. That's all I would say. You know, just as we build on Dover, let's build on Dover. That's all I got.
All good? Any other comments? Any comments from the public? Seeing no further comments, I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded to close the public hearing on the 2022 Dutchess County CDBG project grant. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Public hearing is closed.
Thank
Good.
you. Very
Okay.
good.
Next on the agenda, reports from our recreational department or highway. Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie Muncy from Dover Recreation. We have a lot of stuff going on. First thing, Amanda Dykeman came to me with some flyers, and I put it out on our Facebook page. Pauling Farmers Market is having a pre-Thanksgiving holiday market at Pauling Firehouse this Saturday from 9 to 1. And they're inviting anybody, whether you're from Pauling, whether you're from Dover, I mean, it doesn't matter where. Anyone who's in need can pick up tokens that they're going to be giving out. It's the farmer market tokens, and they can use them at that the event that they're having this Saturday, and they can purchase with those tokens nutritious, any kind of fruits, vegetables, meats, whatever they have to offer with those tokens. So no questions asked. You go in, you ask for the tokens, and they will give them to you, and you can receive them. So that's this Saturday at 1 a.m. at the Pauling Firehouse. So I thought that was a great idea. The other thing is we're getting ready for basketball. Basketball starts on November 30th. So we have 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th starting on Tuesday, November 30th at the Dover Middle School, High School. And then on Wednesdays, we have 7th through 12th grade going up on Wednesday nights at 7:30 to 8:30 up at the gyms for the middle school, high school gyms. Register at our department. Everything is open, ready to go. Anybody who would like to coach, contact me at the recreation office, 845-832-9168. And our K through 2nd grade is starting in January on Mondays, January 3rd. So we're getting a lot of those already, so I think people are really excited. Right now, as of right now, it's drop your child off and go. And you pick them up at 8:30. Drop them off at the school at 7:30, and you pick them up at 8:30. You cannot stay in the building. And masks must be worn. So until something else comes out, right now that's the way it is. Once Saturday games start in January, we might know more. K through 2, we might know more. I know the parents might be a little concerned about that because they're little. They may be able to walk them in, leave them, but we'll have to see. That's January. We've got a couple months, so we'll figure that out. But right now, basketball's starting to go strong. I'm hoping that we get enough kids for each grade to have a great season. The other one that we're doing is we're already getting ready for Christmas. I know Thanksgiving's next week, but we're lighting up the Boys Park. So we're putting all the lights up, all the displays up. If you see the displays up, please do not sit on them, lean on them, stand on them. They are not for that. They're just to look at, take your picture in front of it. And our holiday fest and tree lighting is on Saturday, December 4th, starting at 5 o'clock. So the J.H. Ketchum Fire Company is going to be there with their trucks all lit up. They'll bring Santa down. And then we'll do the tree lighting, and we'll have pictures, we have the bonfire, we have the Girl Scouts collecting mittens, gloves, hats, scarves. That day, we also have Stuff the Sleigh, any non-perishable items, please bring them down, put them in the sleigh, and then we'll bring them to the Center of Compassion. We have hot chocolate, we have coffee, donuts, MMT Bank is coming to cookies. So it'll be a great night. Pictures with Santa at the toy shop. So come on down, we'll have a great time. And that starts at 5. So the other thing that we have is Dover Recreation Department belongs to, it's a Hudson Valley Leisure Service Association. It's all the town recreation departments. So what they're doing is it's called Light Up Hudson Valley. So if you go onto our website, doverrecreation.com, right on the front, you can scroll down and there's a link to fill out a Google Doc, and that will go right to them so that they see it's anybody who has a great display, any kind of lights, you would fill it out. It's so people can go around the whole Hudson Valley and look at lights throughout every town. So if anybody is interested in that, or if they cannot get on the Google Docs, they can call me and we'll try to fill them out for them. But anybody who has a great display or just simple lights, just want to show it off, you can go to our website and fill that out. And I think it'll be a great thing. So I think hopefully every year, I know Hyde Park does it, a few other towns are doing it, and they're getting bigger and bigger every year. And that includes businesses. So anybody who has a business, they can do that as well. So we have our senior program is at the American Legion on Mondays and Thursdays. So on Mondays from 9:30 to 10:30, we have line dancing. 10:30 to 2:30, we have our senior program. We have arts and crafts. We have them on lunches on Mondays. Thursdays is from 10:30 to 2:30. We do different games, bingo, a little bit of everything there. So we have a lot of stuff going on for the seniors. We also do painting class every 2 months. So there's a lot of things going on. If anybody would like to have more information, they can call the office, the recreation office as well. Zumba and boot camp as well comes every Wednesday at Wingdale Elementary School. You can also register on there. I believe that's it. Any questions?
Thank you, Julie.
All right.
If, I will add something to that, though. Our tree lighting is December 4th at the rec park at 5:30.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. I will help out with the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company tree lighting is the week before that, November 27th at 5:30. Sorry, that's where I was confused. At the Station 1 in Dover. So November 27th at 5:30 for the fire company's tree lighting in Dover. And then the following week, our rec department and their tree lighting on the 4th of Saturday at 5.
Yep.
All right? Thank you. Highway Superintendent, Jason Satori.
Jason Satori, Dovertown Highway. This month, so far, we have been started regrading all the dirt roads in the town of Dover. We started over on Southeast Mountain and Berkshire area. We're down in Dual Hollow and Birds Hill. We'll be done hopefully tomorrow down there, and we'll be moving across town to Chestnut Ridge and so on over that way. We cleaned up a few downed trees from the past storm. We did some paving, which we used the final CHIPS project money for. CHIPS is the Consolidated Highway Improvement Program, and there's an emergency relief, winter relief program also, and Pave New York program, which we get money from every year. This year we had a little bit more extra because they had taken some away from us last year because they didn't know because of COVID and the things that were going on. They gave it back to us this year, so we had extra money so we could pave a big section of Old Pauling Road. We paved in front of Jean's 1900, which is Railroad Avenue from the county road all the way into the back, which really needed it. And we also paved a section on Berkshire Road, which would be the south end of Berkshire Road, off of the county road, or as we know it as Dogtail Corners from the county road up to the top of it because it was really bad shape. So we might have a little bit of extra money left over, not a lot, but next year they roll it back over and put it back into the program so we could have more added to it for next year. The other thing was we are getting our trucks ready for the winter weather. And I'd like to say thank you to Lori for doing all the hard work for me that I can't do, or don't do, I should say. I shouldn't say can't do, but. And to all my guys, my team and everything like that, they've been really good. And my mechanic for keeping everything running for us. And that's it. Anything else?
Winter's coming.
Fish.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Julie. Reports from the supervisor and the town board members. Councilman Maluta.
Last Sunday, we had at the American Legion, we had our Veterans Breakfast, and it was a big success, and we thank everybody that could attend. On this Saturday, there's a 2-penny social that starts at noon, and at the Legion. Other than that, I got nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Councilman Murphy.
Obviously, what Julie went through, a lot of her rec report. There's a lot going on with recreation. Urge all the kids, as you know, we start getting ready for the holidays and some break. Encourage everyone to go to the rec site, sign up for some of the opportunities, basketball. And with that, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and pass it over.
Thank you. Councilman Abrams.
I have nothing this evening, sir.
Okay. Councilman Abrams is counting down. Deputy Supervisor.
As my mother mentioned, we broke ground on the walking track at J. Ketchum Park this week. Also the additional 9 parking spots, and of course the walkway going to the building as well. So we're excited to kind of wrap that project up here in the next week or so. We're hoping to see some blacktop next week. And that's it for me. Thanks.
Good deal, thank you. Supervisor's report. I did put out a update today. It's been a couple of weeks. We got some information this past week with our county conference call. I put out in the update that FEMA will be here on Friday, November 26th. Yes, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. I apologize, but that is the date they choose. They will be here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I did not have that time frame this morning when I put it out. I apologize. So the 26th of November, next Friday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That town hall is normally closed that day, but we will be open for that business only. We will have 1 or 2 staff members here covering that from 10 to 6. So for those of you who sustained damage in Hurricane Ida, that is your avenue to come here, explain, show bills, receipts, whatever, pictures of damage. If you've been registered onto the website, like we've explained the last couple weeks, you needed to do, they will see that. That is your chance to come here and talk to them in hopes of some assistance to help you pay for the damages that you sustained. The state, FEMA did approve the county for the residential type assistance. The county was already granted the assistance countywide for municipalities and towns and villages and county. So this is the way to come and state your case and show that you need help, you sustained some damage. So that is going to be the 26th here, 10 to 6. With that, December 15th, just an advisory, and we will put it out again. Town Hall will be closing down at noontime on December 15th for a special meeting with all departments and staff. December 1st, Wednesday, December 1st, we have to hold a special meeting. This meeting will be at 5 p.m. We need to conduct some formal business with the fire department on behalf of them. And along with that, we'll have a short presentation on the ARP plan, the American Relief Plan. Just a brief discussion on what we intend on doing, what we'd like to do. And we will put that out. We do have to be out of here by 5:30 because also that night, our Comprehensive Plan Committee, chaired by Rich Renia Jr., that will be a public informational meeting from 5:30 to 7, Marilyn? From 5:30 to 7. They've been working for a year and a half, meeting twice a month minimum. A lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work has been put into this. We've said this before. This is the time to come and ask your questions, see what they've done. I'm happy to say, and I'm very, very happy the work that they've done. The comp plan has gone to final review, we'll say. Print, to be reviewed, to go through the planning board and the town board process, and then off to the county planning. So final draft, I should say. How's that? So I thank Rich Renia Jr. and his committee and for all the work that's done. And if you come and you take a look and you ask some questions, you'll see what it entailed. All right? So that would also be, that's 5:30 to 7 on the first, immediately following the special town board meeting at 5 o'clock. That's basically all I have until we talk about the budget for the vote. So from that point, we will continue onward.
Supervisor?
Yes.
Me. In the consent agenda, can you leave out accepting the minutes? I haven't had a chance to finish them yet. So we can just,
Accepting the minutes of the town board of the 27th?
right, we'll leave those out and we'll add it to the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Resolution to authorize and approve consent agenda items. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby approve the following items for consideration and adoption on the November 17th, 2021 town board regular meeting consent agenda. Authorized payment of abstract 11 of 2021 in the amount of $399,978.72. Approve the town clerk's report for October 2021. Approve the town supervisor's financial report for October 2021, and authorize budget transfers, budget amendments, and payment of off-abstract purchase orders as prepared and submitted by the town's bookkeeper. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House, seconded by Murphy. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Resolution adopting use of unified solar permits by the town of Dover. Whereas the town of Dover duly adopted the New York State Fire Prevention and Building Code to provide minimum requirements to safeguard the public safety, and whereas the town of Dover Code Enforcement Officer administers and enforces all provisions of the New York State Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code, the New York Energy Code, and the town of Dover Code. And whereas the town of Dover requires the issuance of a building permit for the construction, enlargement, alteration, repair, removal, or demolition of any building or other structure. And whereas the New York State Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code regulates the design, construction, installation, alteration, and repair of equipment and systems using solar systems. And whereas the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority has developed a New York State Unified Solar Permit that reduces the cost for solar projects by streamlining municipal permitting processes. And whereas the town of Dover desires to promote the streamlining of the application process for small-scale photovoltaic system installations under 25 kW in size, small-scale energy systems, by adopting the New York State Unified Solar Permit application form and implementing the new procedures. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Dover hereby adopts the New York State Unified Solar Permit application form and procedures for the installation of small-scale energy systems, and it is further resolved that the town of Dover Code Enforcement Officer is hereby directed to use said New York State Unified Solar Permit application for and procedures and the issuance of building permits for the installation of small-scale energy systems. And it is further resolved that the further actions required of the town of Dover to effect the foregoing are hereby authorized, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute and deliver any instruments, documents, or the like as required to effect the same. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House and seconded by Maluda. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. With this, I would like to turn it over at this time to our clerk. We achieved something today, right? And I'd like her to just speak on it a little bit.
Sure. So the resolution that you just passed having to do with the adoption of the Unified Solar Permit is part and parcel of a program through NYSERDA, New York State Energy Resource Development Association, to achieve something called clean energy communities. And it's a level that's higher than Climate Smart certification, because to achieve it, you have to achieve Climate Smart as a stepping stone on the way. So in addition to this tonight, we've also achieved 4 other high-impact actions that qualified us for a $5,000 grant as a result of completing them. There's 10 in all that you can do, and to reward communities for taking these steps and for town boards that are forward-thinking towards making our environment cleaner, reducing our carbon footprint, encouraging recycling, all the LED, all things that contribute to eventually a cleaner environment for future generations. The $5,000 notification came today as a recognition of the town of Dover's hard work. So it can be used on any clean energy project. So perhaps you can work with the CAC for ideas, but we're one of the few communities in New York State that's achieved this level, and this is a journey, not a destination. We'll just keep working on these things. For example, the street lights also were a contributing factor for us to get this grant. So it's just a great milestone in our effort to show young people that we are working hard to leave them an environment cleaner than how we found it, and hopefully how they'll leave it in the future.
I asked Katie to explain it because truthfully, she would explain it a lot better than I would. But we have to show the credit where credit is due. I can't say thank you enough for the effort and the hard work and the hours that she puts into this program, I'll call it, of being climate smart and green. And to reach this, and with the support from this board and the staff within the town that supports going in this direction, this is just an example of what you can get out of it. And it's an accomplishment. And Katie, I thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Supervisor, and the entire town board, and my fellow coworkers who are wonderful to support the effort, and the CAC Climate Smart Dover Task Force. It all comes together, and that's how we get to achieve these great things. No person alone can do it, but together we can do great things.
Good job, Katie.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next resolution is a resolution accepting the 2022 highway materials bid. Whereas pursuant to Section 103 of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, which requires that all expenditures for materials which exceed $35,000 be awarded to the lowest responsible bidder. And whereas the town clerk of the town of Dover has published proper notice for the solicitation of bids in the official newspaper of the town of Dover for the purchase of materials for use by the town of Dover Highway Department for 2022. And whereas bids were received by the town clerk of the town of Dover, and whereas it has been determined that the attached list has the lowest responsible bidder under the general municipal law. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover hereby accepts the bids of the following bidders as attached hereto and made part hereof in the amount stated and the materials needed for the operation of the town of Dover Highway Department for the year of 2022. The list.
You all have copies of it, so we just add it to the resolution.
Okay.
So if the public wanted a copy, it's on our website, or they can call my office.
Okay. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Resolution's been read. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by House. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Resolution of the Town Board of the Town of Dover adopting the annual town budget for the fiscal year of 2022. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Dover has met and considered the tentative budget as well as the preliminary budget for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022. And whereas the Town Board of the Town of Dover conducted a public hearing on the third day of November 2021 at Town Hall, 126 East Duncan Hill Road, Dover Plains, New York, at which time the Dover Town Board did meet and review such preliminary budget as complied and accepted public comment for or against any items contained therein, as required by New York State Town Law, Section 108. Now therefore be it resolved that pursuant to Town Law, Section 108, the preliminary budget has changed, altered, and reviewed, and is hereby adopted as the annual budget of the Town of Dover for the fiscal year beginning on January 1, 2022, and the same be entered in the minutes of the Town Board. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House, seconded by Murphy. There is one thing, I've said it before, and council, I believe you could agree that this is a working project. We've received a change since the last meeting. It's okay to read that change?
Yep.
And it be put it in, right?
Yep.
I handed you the sheets earlier. That is basically the top, the cover copy of the adopted budget, if adopted. And you'll see two changes. The amount to be raised, which is the levy, which on the last one was 3,090,000. Now you'll see 3.1. Basically what happened is health benefits. They came in way more than we were told to project. The family plan just took a big jump. And doing the due diligence, I reached out to our superintendent today, and by the end of the year, we're hoping to have definitely one, if not two positions filled. So that added to our numbers, which we were figuring, the way we were figuring based on the information we were given, it went up $45,000. So we had to make a few adjustments, very minor. As you can see, go all the way over to the right, the percent from change from the current year. You'll see last budget was a negative 2.11%, and you will still see a negative 1.82% from last year's budget, which is a decrease. Okay, we moved some numbers around. We had to add a few here and there, but we still came in. With things that we've added, lines that we've added to this budget that I've talked about, I don't know how many times now, projects that we've completed and we will keep going forward with. We're getting rid of debt. We're buying equipment for highway department. We're doing what we need to do, and we still came in with a balanced budget of basically minus 1.8%. So in 2 years' time, this board, with the slight increase last year of 1.74, and then we come in this year of minus 1.8, 2 years now, you can basically say we have been flat. And we have added a lot to this budget, and it's moving forward. Your pilot money is working for you. Responsible spending is working for you. Proper management of money and funds. And I will leave it at that, but I can't thank the staff here enough on this budget, the board members who put time and the effort and, discussions, yes or no, or we need to, but no, we can't. That type of discussion, it's a 3-month process or more. So I thank each and every one of them, especially the department heads. We've made things happen. Rec department, purchasing equipment, and making it happen without hurting the taxpayer. That's our job, and we got it done. So with that discussion, is there any further? Seeing no further discussion. All in favor of adopting the 2022 budget?
Aye.
Aye.
We do a roll call.
I was gonna say, you want me to do a roll call?
You want to do a roll call?
It would be great if
Okay.
we could.
Clerk? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
You had him going for a minute, Rennie, you really did.
Okay. Yeah, Councilman Maluta,
Aye.
Councilman Murphy. Councilman Abrams.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor House.
Aye.
Supervisor Eno.
Aye.
Aye.
So carried. Thank you very much. Randy, you're going out with a...
Get her done.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, next resolution. Resolution authorizing the submission of the 2022 Community Development Block Grant application for Boyce Park Multi-Purpose Recreational Facility. You good with that, Julie? Okay. Whereas the town of Dover is participating in the 2022 Dutchess County Community Development Block Grant Consortium, and whereas input from citizens and groups have been received and considered at a public hearing, and whereas an application has been prepared for the above referenced activity which addresses our community concerns. Now therefore be it resolved that the 2022 application to the Dutchess County Community Development Block Grant Program for the above referenced activity is approved. Be it further resolved that the submission of the application to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development is authorized. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluda. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Now we wait. Resolution authorizing allocation of matching grant funds for 2022 CDBG project application. Whereas the Town of Dover Town Board seeks to apply to the 2022 Dutchess County Community Development Block Grant, the CDBG program, for consideration of a public facilities grant application to construct a new multi-purpose recreational facility at Boyce Park. And whereas this project application was selected as the top choice among 4 proposed public facilities projects presented for residents to input through a town sponsor's online and print-based survey that was completed by 428 residents. Whereas the town board of the Town of Dover agrees to authorize $150,000 as matching funds for this project if Dutchess County CDBG project funds are awarded. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the allocation of $150,000 of funds from the Town of Dover's American Rescue Plan Act COVID Recovery Municipal Fund as matching grant funds for this project if the town's 2022 Dutchess County CDBG project application for the construction of a multi-purpose recreational facility at Boyce Park is approved and awarded. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Abrams, seconded by House. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Resolution authorizing purchase of Highway Department machinery. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the purchase of a John Deere 410L backhoe loader off of New York State Office of General Services, New York State OGS, contract number PC69403 from Jesco Inc., South Plainfield, New Jersey. And whereas the total cost of the John Deere 410L backhoe loader, including freight and warranty, is $126,397.74. And whereas the available anticipated delivery for the John Deere 410L backhoe loader is the spring of 2022. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the purchase of a John Deere 410L backhoe loader off of New York State OGS contract number PC69403 in the total amount of $126,397.74, including freight and warranty, with an anticipated delivery date of spring 2022 from Jesco Inc., South Plainfield, New Jersey. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Abrams and seconded by House. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Resolution acknowledging hiring of heavy machinery equipment operator. Whereas the Town of Dover Highway Superintendent, Jason Sartori, has informed the town board of the Town of Dover of his decision to hire Joseph Sochi to the vacant position of heavy machine equipment operator in the Town of Dover Highway Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the Town of Dover does hereby acknowledge the hiring of Joseph Sochi to the position of heavy machinery equipment operator commencing November 29th of 2022 at the hourly rate as listed in the local 455 IBT adopted contract with the Town of Dover.
I have a typo, Supervisor. It should be 456 when I typed it.
Okay.
Apologize.
Local 456. Sorry.
No, it's my fault.
I'll entertain a motion with that correction.
So moved. Second.
Motion brought by House, seconded by Abrams. Any discussion? Good deal. Seeing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah. Resolution authorizing purchase of recreation department vehicle. Whereas the town board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the purchase of a Dodge Ram 3500 and plow off of New York State Office of General Services, New York State OGS contract number PC 68970 from Robert Green Auto and Truck Incorporated, Rock Hill, New York, at a total price of $61,089.88. Whereas the anticipated delivery for the Dodge Ram 3500 with plow is January of 2022. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the purchase of a Dodge Ram 3500 with plow off of New York State OGS contract PC number 68970 in the total amount of $61,089.88 with an anticipated delivery date of January 22. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to seek proposals for municipal lease payment options and sign all necessary paperwork for the purchase and financing of the Dodge Ram 3500 with plow. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Brought by Abrams, seconded by Murphy. Any discussion? I believe they started calling around today.
Sander? Put a sander in it?
Sander? We have one?
We have one for their truck now.
And you're
still have it, so it'll just be put in.
able to use it on this one?
Cool.
Good. No further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Resolution authorizing the authorization, preparation, and submission of a 2022-2023 Transportation Planning Assistance Study application to Dutchess County Transportation Council. Whereas the Dutchess County Transportation Council accepts applications from municipalities for technical assistance with studies of local transportation-related issues, and whereas the Town of Dover's draft comprehensive plan update recommends improving access to pedestrian connections, specifically in the Dover Plains Hamlet on Mill Street and Route 22, and in the Wingdale Hamlet along Route 55, Pleasant Ridge Road, and Pleasant Ridge Extension. Whereas the town's application has related to a transportation issue that aligns with the goals and recommendations of the Dutchess County Moving Dutchess Forward in the areas of safety, reliability, access to basic needs, and transportation equity. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town of Dover Town Board authorizes the preparation and submission of a 2022-2023 Transportation Planning Assistance Study application in the Dutchess County Transportation Council. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Brought by Maluta, seconded by Murphy. This came to us, Katie?
Through the planning board.
Yep. Through the planning board. Chairman Renia fully backed it. He says yes. I said yes. Marilyn, if you had anything to say, it's basically, we need to have this done.
I got the email and I sent it on
Yep. So it's for the comp plan, moving forward with it. Any other discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. At this time, I need to recuse myself due to the fact that I am a member of the said department in the next resolution.
Resolution authorizing execution of the fire protection contract. Whereas there has been, hold on one second here. There has been established in the town of Dover a fire protection district embracing the territory in said town wholly outside any city or village. And whereas it is necessary to enter into a contract for the furnishing of fire protection for said fire protection district. Whereas due notice has been given of a public hearing which was held in the Town Hall, 126 East Duncan Hill Road, in the town of Dover, on October 13, 2021, at 6:30 p.m., to consider a contract for the furnishing of fire protection to the said fire protection, and public comment was taken and considered. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the contract for the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company, Inc., for the furnishing of fire protection to the aforesaid fire protection district for January 1, 2022 through December 31st, 2026. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor or deputy town supervisor in the town of Dover is hereby authorized to execute said contract. Can I have a motion to accept the resolution?
Second.
Offered by Abrams, seconded by Maluta. Any questions? Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried.
Thank you, Andrew. Resolution authorizing Town of Dover Recreation Department instructor. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the hiring of David Green to the position of seasonal basketball instructor commencing on November 30th, 2021, and ending on March 31, 2022, at an hourly rate of $15 per hour. We'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House, seconded by Abrams. Discussion?
David's good. He's really good with kids. I
Is
like
he
that
still
hire.
coaching Dover? Is he still coaching Dover?
I'm not really sure if he helps with the girls, not, but JV girls, is he still? Is it boys?
Yep.
I think you're right, that's right.
Good. Anything else? Seeing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. At this time, are there any public comments? Seeing no public comments, upcoming meetings, as I stated earlier, Wednesday, December 1st, that will be at 5 p.m. That is a different start time than normal. So December 1st at 5 p.m., and then the regular December meeting, December 29th at a normal time, at which time we will thank Councilman Abrams for his 4 years of serving on this board. And then the following meetings will be the new year. January 5th will be our organizational meeting, and then January 26th. At this point in time, I will bring the motion to enter into executive session to discuss both personnel and litigation issues without returning out here to the dais. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's made and second to enter into executive session and not to return. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Suck me right into the...
I couldn't catch it all. Was something going wrong? I hope you got it straightened out all right. Everything's so loud and everything's so fast. I hear your brother married once again. Live the best of luck and all, and try to have some fun. They tell me this great